wondering to myself the whole time we're talking to her in these first initial few minutes, am I going to like this lady? Like, is she going to be abrasive? Is it going to be a person that sounds to me like fingernails on a chalkboard? You know what I mean? So I was a little bit concerned that if she was a big part of this story, that I might not empathize with her. And then she started talking about it's a great place the internet is, and how you can see kids playing and playfulness, the fun. And then she said, but another thing that everybody likes is cats. And I'm going to be the first person to tell you, I do not jump on the internet and look for pictures of cats. I don't. I'm not an animal person. I don't hate animals, but I'm just like, I'm not a pet person. So I will look at the internet for babies because I just love babies. I want to pinch their cheeks and all that. But as far as the pets, I didn't relate. I didn't relate right at the beginning of this. Then she went and talked about the underbelly, the seedy underbelly of the internet, where all this horrible shit goes on. The bum fights, the abuse of the elderly, the defaming the Statue of Liberty, all of the worst possible things that can happen, we see on the internet. And then she said, and nobody gives a fuck about that. But see, that's where she's wrong, because that shit fucks with me. Now, I can admit that there are some fight videos that are absolutely 100% hilarious. Like, hilarious fights. But that's usually when things are evenly matched, or when you have a bully situation. But these videos and the things that she showed as examples, she's like, nobody's batting an eye. And I'm like, yeah, there are people out here who place the lives of other people above animals, and I'm one of those people. Now, I don't want to see anything horrible happen to an animal, and spoiler alert, something horrible does happen to an animal, but I am more apt to get a big emotional response when we're talking about another person. And to her, I guess there's a huge number of people who feel just like Deanna in the situation. They feel like the rule that is unwritten and should never, ever, 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 ever be broken is don't fuck with cats. And now I say don't fuck with babies, don't fuck with people, don't fuck with any animal, and then don't fuck with cats. and I'm in agreement. We don't fuck with cats. You do not fucking hurt an animal for no reason. You know, there's no reason to like kill a kitten. Spoiler alert, a kitten does die. So in season 1, episode 1 of Don't Fuck With Cats, Hunting an Internet Killer, I jumped the whole thing off feeling like I may or may not agree with how hard they're going for these cats. And then the story moved on.
Good evening. We begin tonight with developing and sinister news where police are investigating 2 mysterious packages.
Right after the introduction to Deanna, we find out that something horrible has happened, and there were 2 packages sent. These packages included the body parts of a human being.
It was clearly someone who wanted this bizarre form of notoriety.
And he actually put things on the internet.
And we hear news reports from across the world where they're talking and speaking of this boogeyman, this master of disguise, the beginnings of a serial killer, a person who wants attention for all the wrong reasons. And this was like, oh, now how does this tie in? How does this tie in to these cats? Because don't fuck with cats, and then you got this freaking murderer, and this story is somehow intertwined. And I'm thinking to myself, how, who, why, where? Because honestly, I had heard singularly of part of this story, but I did not hear about the other part. And that's what's making this particular documentary, this 1 hour introduction to the world of Deanna and all of the other internet sleuths. This introduction is now bringing me in. Now I want to know just what the hell is going on.
Even posted these horrific videos of him allegedly torturing and killing cats.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I found out that this whole thing started with this psycho torturing and killing cats. That's what put him on the world's radar. And now I get to go down a bunch of rabbit holes with Deanna and a little motley crew of internet sleuths. And I'm telling you, I was very impressed by what I had seen after that. So after I got over the initial, am I going to even like this lady? Now I'm completely in because I want to see how these people assisted in taking down this psychopath. Then we get Deanna. She's going to tell us how all this stuff jumped off. She's going to tell us where the story began. And it's beginning in Las Vegas. And we get to see Deanna as she's driving through Las Vegas traffic. We get to learn a little bit more about her just by seeing her in her vehicle. She's cool. She's got these shades on. And she's got a bulldog tattoo on her left arm, I believe. And I think that might tell you everything that you need to know, how she feels about animals and how serious she is about this shit. And we learned that Deanna Thompson is a data analyst at a casino in Vegas, which means, she might know a little thing or two about the inner workings of a casino, which, I kind of can relate to that because I worked in casino for many years. And then also that she might know her way around a computer. Now, in my casino days, I worked as a cage cashier for a while. I worked as a slot attendant for a while and became a slot supervisor for a while. So I would have known Deanna if I worked in her casino. I would have known that she was the person who knows the most about these games. But that part of it is impressive, again, and something that I can relate to. And now I'm sitting back like, I think I'll like Deanna. She considers herself the textbook definition of a computer nerd. You look up computer nerd in a dictionary and you will see a picture of Deanna. Now, as I'm looking at Deanna, I'm looking at her hair, and her hair is bothering me. It's looking like, I don't know if that's her real hair or if it's a wig, some type of disguise, but her hair is bothering me. But that's neither here nor there. Now, after we get the long version of who Deanna Thompson is, now we find out that her passion after her animals and after going to work in this stressful industry, the casino industry, her unwind is to jump on the internet. And we see her logging in to Facebook, and her handle on Facebook is Body Movin', and it's BAUDIMOOVAN. And I thought, how cute. And then I found out that it was actually because of a Beastie Boys song, which I'm like, all right, Deanna, I see you, girl. I see you. You doing it now. Now I know that you might be all right. And even with the pressure from the producer, whoever it is that she's telling this story to, even with pressure from him to sing the song Body Movin' by the Beastie Boys, she refused to do so. And she even told him, no, you work your magic and get it in here. I'm not singing.
Oh, no, dude, I can't sing it. Shut up. I'm not going to sing it. You can play it, get the rights.
And we find out that her online persona is pretty much whoever she wants to be in that moment. So she's not saying initially that she always is portraying herself. There are different aspects to who Deanna is, and this is she demonstrates all of these different personalities or parts of her personality online where you can just be whoever you want to be, especially in a moment. In a moment, I might want to be a crybaby. And in another moment, I might want to be the strongest bitch in the world. Well, that's what Deanna, also known as Body Moving, that's what she is communicating to us. That on the internet, she's anybody and she's everybody. Okay, so we find out that this was like a kind of tumultuous time in Deanna's life where she had recently broken up with her significant other, and she was just trying to sink her mind into something to get her mind off of this bad breakup. And of course, the internet is always there and it's always available, and there's always somebody who will communicate, talk back to you on the internet. Well, she had been seeing a video that had been circulating, and people had been like resharing this video. And so she watched it.
I'm thinking, oh, this is a cute video, What's this? And I've never seen the video full on. I've never seen the whole thing. I've watched bits and pieces, but I've never seen the whole video. So here we go. You see the person with like a green teal hoodie on, and it's up over his head. It's hiding a lot of his face, but you can see like fringy banged hair. And he's putting them into one of those vacuum seal bags. They suck all the air out. The frame just changed to, he's attaching a vacuum hose to the area of the bag where the vacuum hose would, kind of seal into. One of the kittens sort of playfully tries to get out of the bag, and he, that's fucking heartbreaking, dude.
Now, Deanna was describing the video in which this monster put these two kittens, and these were the cutest little kittens ever, in a vacuum seal bag, and then proceeded to suck all the air out of the bag. And she is demonstrably upset by what she's watching in this video that she had never watched full on. So now she sees it all, and I can tell that this fucked with her. This is something that she obviously didn't want to let it go, because it's a terrible thing to have uploaded to YouTube for the world to see, and she is literally tearing up watching that video.
I fucking hate this shit, dude. Certainly I'm emotional. I mean, I love cats. I love them. So when I watched this video, I was like, dude, this is like bullshit. There's prices to pay. There's consequences for your actions. So I wasn't the only one that was totally outraged by this video. The comments under the video were, I can't believe this motherfucker's doing this, and who the fuck is this guy? Fuck this guy. Who is this bastard? Let's kill him. It was outrage. Just boom, 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 boom.
And I understand feeling that way. I understand being outraged. It's just like, are we really going to kill somebody, though? And I know that they were saying it out of anger, and they may have said it, because of the egregious nature of what this man did on this video. But I honestly, would people be willing to kill a person for killing a cat? I think that person does deserve to face consequences for his actions. But should we murder him? I don't know. I think we should put his ass under the jail. I think he should be under the jail for that. But fucking killing him? So now I'm like, okay, I'm losing, you're losing me again. But then you have to think, And I'm thinking like the true crime fan that I am. If a person can kill these animals, these helpless little lives, if they can take one of those, then it is very simple for them to go to the next step, which is hurting a person. So now I'm back in. Me and Deanna, me and Body Moving, we're on the same page again. And then she made a big point. Deanna did. She's like, okay, everybody's mad. Everybody's feeling some type of way about this, but who the fuck are you gonna call? We don't even know where this dude is, right? He could be anywhere. And she used Siberia, and I'm saying butt fuck Alaska, wherever. He could be anywhere. Timbuktu, for all we know. So yeah, I'm in agreement. Now I'm getting on board with Deanna. Like, who the fuck do you call when you don't know where the person is who has committed this crime? But then the internet is the internet. And before you know it, there's a group called Find the Kitten Vacuumer for Great Justice. So now she's joined a group, Deanna has, of like-minded individuals trying to find out how they can bring this disgusting individual to justice. And in this group is where Deanna found somebody who was looking at this logically, not looking at it emotionally. He was sticking to the facts, and his name or his internet personality is John Green. Now I'm gonna tell you, because this is not my first go around with Don't Fuck with Cats. I'm watching it for the second time right now, and I'm gonna tell you, John Green, I really didn't like. I mean, by comparison, I love Body Moving. John Green, some about him just grated on my nerves, but I have to respect what he's able to do. He's in LA, so John Green is Los Angelino. He seems kind of smug, kind of uptight. He seems dry. Me saying that he seems like just fucking all business. This dude logged into Facebook. John Green 33 is the name, but this fucking password had to be the longest freaking password I have ever seen someone use on Facebook. It had to be 25, 30 characters. How do you even remember all that shit? But this is just, again, this is showing the personality of John. John is straight facts, down to business. Something that long would be nothing for him to remember.
What type of individual would think, I'm going to take a vacuum sealed bag and place 2 kittens in it?
A heartless sociopath? Okay, so the poster of this horrible video was You Only Wish 500. That was their screen name. And they also had made a comment underneath the video, and I'll let John tell you what it said.
I made a comment that said, all haters can suck my huge dick, lol. All haters can suck my huge dick, lol. And it was a very interesting comment to make. I don't know why you would tell people to do that to you.
Because he's juvenile and childish. And plus, if you ask a whole lot of men, you know, it might be something that feels good. I don't know if John has ever had fellatio performed on him. Okay. Family show, I'm sorry. But John, he's got his Sherlock Holmes hat on, and he's noticing that the person who made that comment also liked a video. And the video was a trailer for the movie Catch Me If You Can. Now, this set something off in John. You know, John puts together that this could possibly be the poster saying, I bet you guys could never catch me. To John, that's like, game on, bitch. Now I'm about to catch you. So now John is in this group, Body Moving is in this group, and the group has come to a consensus that they want to find this individual. And they focused heavily, the group did, they focused heavily on the person. They wanted to see if they could identify the person in the video. And that's when Body Moving said, no, no, no. Don't try to identify the person. It's almost impossible. Identify objects in the room.